guys, it's Spiffy Guy, and I'm back here with another video on gear. This time we're going to be talking about a new piece of gear that I got. It is the Pathfinder Bottle Kit. Now I just want to point out that I'm not affiliated with Self-Reliance Outfitters or Dave Canterbury and the Pathfinder School, which is sort of the, I guess, the brainchild behind this little device here. I'm just a guy who needed a new bottle kit. And so why did I need a new bottle kit? Well, if you follow my channel, you know that I've been kind of interested in doing the hip belt and the chest pack dealio, and I wanted to get another bottle kit so I could add it on to the other side and have two bottle kits. So essentially, this isn't really a review. I just got this. So I'm going to kind of do an overview. I'll put the weights for all the stuff down below because you know me, I love to weigh things. And we'll just kind of talk about it, and I'll give you my initial opinions on it. Will this gear last a long time? I think some of it will. It's stainless steel. It's really hard to kind of mess up stainless steel and beat it up. So anyway, we will get rolling here. So first off, I just want to say that, you know, this comes in a kit. I kind of pieced it all out together, and really I saved about 20 bucks or so buying it all in this one little unit that you can buy at the Self-Reliance website, which I'll put a link down below. Already I had the Condor 10x4 pouch, so let's just kind of compare sizes. You can see that this pouch is higher. The Pathfinder pouch is designed to have a space in there for an alcohol stove. When you buy this, you can get an extra cup. You can also buy an alcohol stove from them. It's a Trangia style. Made out of stainless steel, you know, a little screw-on lid, holds your fuel inside and all that. So that's why this is a little higher. So that's kind of nice. On the exterior of the bottle, we'll just set this off here to the side. On the exterior of the bottle pouch, you've got your plastic rings, you've got your embroidered, fancy embroidered top there, and it's got the standard sort of MOLLE webbing attachments like the Condor does with the snaps down here. Because this is taller, you get 4 rows of MOLLE on the front little pouch part or pocket, and you get 4 rows all the way around the side. It's taller, so it does give you a little bit more of a pocket. As you can see, I got a bunch of stuff in here, and we'll talk about this all stuff in a minute. But yeah, the pocket is just it's a single zip here. I like the 4 rows of MOLLE on the front. I had a little Condor gadget pouch that I attached on there for my camera, and I was able to kind of carry this by itself using the rings. They do provide a little strap here. It's an adjustable strap. It's got some plastic clips. So this worked out pretty well. I carried it, I think I have some footage, I'll show it. Anyway, I carried this by itself as just a water bottle and minor kit, and it worked out well. The plastic clips squeaked a little on the plastic rings on the bottle. I think that might be something that I would either wrap one of these with some like paracord, shell, you know, just kind of keep it from squeaking. I kind of get weird with squeaky stuff. So anyway, there is the actual bottle, bottle pouch itself. You get the little strap. We open it up. It's got 2 nice little zipper pulls here, and you put all your stuff in here. All right, so the clock was going off, so sorry about that. Anyway, the interior of this is sort of a rubberized material, which is kind of interesting. And there is a grommet hole on the bottom, so I'm assuming that that rubberized material sort of helps water head down towards the grommet hole and get out and not absorb in there. So the stuff that you kind of got in there, you've got your water bottle there, which is a 32-ounce water bottle. And this stuff is kind of hard to get out. And I'm not going to say that it's because of this rubberized pouch or anything like that. It's just these 10x4 pouches are a little hard to get these nesting cups out. So you get the cup in there, and then you also get this stove thing. Let me get this out. The rubberized material does make it a little bit easier to slide some of this stuff out, but I have the same issues with my Condor and getting my cup in and out from that. One thing I'll point out here on the pouch, and I'm just nitpicking here, is right up here, some of the ends. I don't think the ends are finished enough for my opinion. Now I make my own gear, So I hand sew all my stuff. So I'm a little picky when it comes to stitching. I'm assuming that all this stuff was sourced, you know, from an overseas supplier, and things like that happen. All right, so what do we get on the inside here? Well, we get a 32-ounce water bottle. We get a large cup. This is the Glacier, the GSI Glacier Tall. Okay, this is taller than a normal Glacier size. This goes all the way up to 25 ounces. And then you get the little stove. This is a canteen shop stove design. You can put sticks underneath there, put your cup on top, do your boil, put your water bottle up on top, do your boil. And this will work with the alcohol stove. You can put that underneath there. You could probably use Esbit as well. You just need to use a rock or something to get it up a little bit closer to the material. So you get the stove in the kit, and as I mentioned, you get the tall cup. This one worked out rather well. The butterfly handles are a little short, but I didn't find the functionality suffered from them being a little shorter on the inside. This has graduation marks on the inside, starting at 16 ounces and going up to 25. One thing I would have liked to seen is this went down to 8, or started at 8 really. So you had 8, 12, and 16, because many of the dehydrated meals require a 1 cup or 1.5 cups of water, and it would have been nice to have those in there. This has nothing to do with the fact that this is a Pathfinder kit. This is probably just the way that GSI makes their cup. It does come with a pretty cool lid. You can see the lid has these little slits on the inside, and we'll talk about that in a second. It's got a nice little grabby handle up on top and some steam holes. One of the things that I did notice is it's very tight, the lid. And I found that it was a little bit hard to kind of get off if you put it on too tight to check your water when it was boiling. So it's probably just something that needs to work out. We'll have to see how that rolls as it goes along. I did find that these little corners here, where these slits are a little sharp, and I might come and touch those up with a little bit of a file and round those out. I can see those kind of catching on gear, and they are a little sharp. The reason these slits are here is because they provide you with a fish mouth spreader. This is designed to, I guess, open a fish's mouth, and it's also designed to go into the cup here and be able to hang the cup. And I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like hanging over the fire to boil your water. That way you don't need a bail. This will work also on the water bottle itself, because the water bottle doesn't have a rim or a lip around it that you could put a bail on, like the Guyot Design 38-ounce water bottles. So you will need to use the fish mouth spreader as well in there, or you can use the old stick and a string toggle to take this on and off the fire, or some pot grabbers. This worked out rather well. I found that you need to kind of, once you get this the first time, you need to kind of work it out a little bit, because it doesn't really want to reach, but once you work it out a little bit, then it seems to be fine. I thought that this was a pretty cool idea. It's a multi-use item, and it allows you to put the pot hanging, or the cup, use it as a pot hanging over the fire, and it worked out well. I use this on one of my adventures so far. I boiled over a fire. I've also boiled over my trangia, and it worked rather well, so I was pretty happy with that. The water bottle itself is pretty solid. This is about 4 ounces lighter, 3 to 4 ounces lighter than the Guyot 38-ounce. This is only 32, which in my opinion is good, because most of your water treatment is expecting that you're going to have 32 ounces or a liter of water. And with the Guyot, you would need to kind of leave that water level a little lower, just to make sure that you weren't having too much water for your water treatment. The cap, you know, is a branded little Pathfinder thing on there. It's got a little rubber O-ring seal on there, and it seals up pretty good. The interior is kind of nice because it has stainless steel on the inside, and some folks don't like the water coming in contact with the plastic due to BPA and all that. This is, I'm sure, BPA free, but it does have that stainless steel in there, so it's kind of nice. I carried this. I mean, it's a stainless steel water bottle. I don't think you're gonna break it. It'll dent up. Once you put it on the fire, you won't notice anything. You know, it's a water bottle. I mean, what are you going to do? So other things that came with the actual kit itself. It came with a little Light My Fire spork. It's a nice little touch. I wouldn't necessarily buy the kit just to get this. These spoon fork combo things are real cheap. They're going to break right here. These tines will melt if you try to use it on any hot liquids. Like I tried to move some bacon around one time. I ended up with bent tines. They do make a titanium version of this, and you could use that. I prefer the Sea to Summit Alpha Light spoon. It comes in a short and a long, and it will fit right down the side of your in your water bottle pouch. It'll fit right down the side in there, and I highly recommend that. And it's probably the same weight, if you will. You also get a little tin of the mini Infernos. There's 6 mini Inferno tabs in here. These are those little discs that they give you for making fires and things like that. I haven't had a need to use them, but it's kind of a nice little thing to have in there as part of the whole kit. And keep in mind that this is sold as sort of a whole kit to kind of have everything all together. You also get a fire steel. It's a pretty decent fire steel. I've used it a couple times already. I really like the scraper. It has like a little kind of just a burr along the edge there, and it really grabs hold. It's pretty nice. It has a sort of a little socket nut, thingy there, and you can open bottles with it. It has 1 to 100,000 map little legend on there, a little ruler, and then it also has a little millimeter ruler on the back side. So that's a nice little touch. So far, what do I think? I like the kit. It is a bit expensive, but I mean, all these parts individually put together are a bit expensive. I didn't necessarily need another cup or the mini Inferno and things like that, but it was nice that it kind of came in there. I will definitely put this to good use. This will be a nice addition on the back of this little belt kit. I carried this a couple miles so far, and I haven't found any issues as far as weight or being off balance having 2 full stainless steel water bottles on there. Keep in mind that if you are boiling your water as a means of purification in stainless steel water bottles, 1 liter is great, but having 2 liters is a lot better in my opinion. I like to have the means to carry 2 liters of treated water at all times. I drink a lot of water, and hydration is immensely important. So I will, as far as the bag goes, a couple things that I'll change on the bag. I'm going to sew up these little rough edges here, I think. And then a neat little trick, and I'll probably do a video on this later, is because the lid, you can put the lid on the bottom, but it's nice to have that lid kind of right up here on top, and it kind of pops out. I may sew a little strap of elastic in there, or maybe a little slight pocket, and just slide it in there. Be a nice modification I can do on the Condor as well. Don't be afraid to modify your gear, folks. Keep in mind that this stuff comes in a sort of a generic way, but we may use it in a slightly different way. If perhaps you want this particular bag to be for your tarp and stakes, modify it to however you need it to be. So there you go. That is the Pathfinder Water Bottle Kit from selfrelianceoutfitters.com. And it's a nice little set. The whole thing, as is, weighs about 2 pounds. I think it was like 2.03 pounds, which is a little heavy, but keep in mind, the more you know, the less you need. So there you go. If you got any comments, questions, stick them below. I've rambled on long enough. So just remember that life's an adventure. Go out and have one.